Okay, I absolutely love that episode. Again, 3 in a row, so much tension. I am just floored, and honestly, if I wasn't tired, I'd watch another one. Because I hate where that left off. You know, that's a hell of a cliffhanger. I loved everything about the siege on Hilltop. It had some serious The Two Towers vibes. If you've seen Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, you know what I mean? With, even when they were flinging, I guess it was sap that they were flinging, which apparently is flammable. It looked too liquidy because it kind of looked like water. But when that was flying over, it made it look like it was raining. And so I was like, this really feels like Helm's Deep. Which is my favorite battle of all time, by the way. Yeah, I loved it so much. It was so good. But it is ominous as shit. Because everything that they were doing leading up to that played like this is everybody's last day on Earth. And some of the shots of Daryl, you know, looking at his, you know, his people, and Carol looking at the portraits of the fallen. And, it does not bode well. I'm particularly worried about Ezekiel because he and Carol sort of, you know, maybe they kind of patched things up. I mean, I don't think they're back together or anything, but, you know, maybe they talked it out. They worked it out. And, you know, he told her about his cancer, and he and Daryl had a really beautiful moment. I'm really worried about Ezekiel. I love Ezekiel. I will be heartbroken if we lose him. I love him. Man, it was such a good episode. I don't really know what else to talk about. I'll scan through, but so I really don't know what is going on with Negan. Before he hooked up with the Whisperers, I wasn't sure. I was pretty sure that they were going to do a redemption arc with him, but I wasn't positive. And so I was kind of like, you know, it was cool because you didn't really know what side he was on or what he was going to do. When he ended up with the Whisperers, I kind of thought, well, you know, maybe he's trying to, you know, maybe he's going to infiltrate. Or maybe he's just doing what he has to do to survive. Either of those things are entirely within Negan's character. And I liked how he was suggesting that Alpha get everyone to surrender. Negan knows that they never would. So I think he was trying to prevent an attack. But I wonder, I'm really curious about what he's going to do. And I wonder if somehow they're going to endanger Judith and have him see that. And then it'll, you know, blow his cover, or he'll switch sides again or whatever. Because I genuinely don't know. Like, I know Negan is always on Negan's side, but I don't know how much he actually cares about, you know, these other communities. But I know he cares about Judith, and I know he cares about Lydia, and they're both there. So, you know, but particularly Judith. I think if you endanger Judith, that he's going to do whatever it takes to save her. So I'm really interested in that. Poor Connie and Magna are still trapped. I kind of thought we would maybe deal with that this episode, but I guess not. They're still stuck. I hope they found food and water. Eugene is just so sweet, and I'm worried for him, but I feel like because... Okay, so I'm worried about him in a couple of ways. I'm worried that this Stephanie, I think, is a bad person, because you always have to be worried. But I'm also, like, I was worried about him falling in battle. But because she gave away her location, specifically, to him and to him alone, I feel like they're not going to just introduce this woman who has another community, right? There's another community out there. They're not just going to introduce her and not do anything with that. And since Eugene is the only person who knows where she is, I feel like he's probably safe in this battle. But I mean, he and Rosita had a nice moment. So that kind of leads me to believe that maybe Rosita is going to die. I would really hope not, considering Coco just lost her dad a couple of episodes ago. So I would hope that they wouldn't do that. You know, she still has Gabriel, but still, like, to, you know, kill both of the baby's biological parents, I feel like that's a lot. But they could do it. So I don't know. I was kind of surprised when they were first talking about leaving, instead of staying and fighting. But when you realize like how few people are actually at Hilltop, I get it. There really isn't enough people in that community. It's a pretty small community, actually. There might be more people at Oceanside. So even with all the Hilltop people too, it looked like there weren't very many people there. So I can understand why they would want to run. And I got chills when I saw that blockade, because I was like, oh my God, this is just like the Saviors. And then Daryl calls it out, it's Negan. And I was like, oh shit. Lydia and Carol had a nice scene. Oh, also, Ezekiel gave Lydia Henry's armor, which was so sweet. And Carol and Daryl had a nice scene. I do wish that he'd given her a hug. I thought he was going to, but he just walked off. And I understand that it's going to take some time for him to get over what happened. I don't think he thinks that Connie is dead, but he knows that she's trapped, and the longer she's trapped, the less, you know, she doesn't have a lot of time in there. But it again, like, it's, you know, maybe maybe one or both of them is about to die. So I did think he would give her a hug. But I knew he was going to say, I could never hate you. Oh, I'm going to cry just thinking about it. I'm actually surprised that I didn't end up like bawling in this episode, because so many things, like, I was so on the edge. Oh my God, and the scene between Daryl and Judith. Oh, I loved it so much. First of all, RJ wearing Daryl's vest was like the most adorable thing ever. And then Judith adds another wing. Oh, my heart. My heart can't take it. He's so good with her. I just, you know, I love Daryl so much. I love Judith too. She's so great. Man, I am seriously gonna go rewatch that battle scene. It was so fucking good. We had a lot of great hero shots when it first started going down. Loved it. Loved it. And I was wondering, like, Morningstar, what's that about? And then you see Daryl's new weapon, and I was like, hell yeah. Hell yeah. So badass. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love all of it. Can't wait to... Ooh, like, I want to rewatch it right now. I can't wait to watch the next episode, and if I trusted myself to be able to do a coherent review, I would watch the next one, but I'm fading fast. It's pretty late, so I think I need to call it quits. But 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 amazing episodes in a row. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. All right, that's enough of my rambling. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.